Hello and welcome to another video from my album story video series. It's so great talking to you all about the songs that will feature on my up and coming album coming out later this year. The next one I'm going to speak about is a song that at this point in time I haven't even started recording yet, so I'm so excited to talk about it because it's just full of possibilities. And it's a song that I've sung for quite some time. I sang it on several online concerts, and then there was just this one online concert I did. I think it was the end of last year or maybe the start of this year, and the reaction to the song was just overwhelming. And it's a song that I have loved throughout. I loved singing throughout the whole pandemic time. Dare I use the word? And it was just strange on that day. But it was a pre-recorded concert, and when I had recorded it, I remember really feeling it, really feeling it that day. And isn't it just so fascinating that resonated with the online audience, and the amount of names popping up in the comments saying you've got to record this, because I had announced I was going to bring out an album, and the amount of people, friends of mine, people I didn't even know, fans of mine, all saying record this. So I went offline that day. I said it to my husband John. I said, this song is after getting the biggest response, and you kind of have to listen to people, because sometimes as a singer we can get really caught up in a song or an idea, and we're like, that's what I want to do. Now, if I had the budget to end all budgets, I'd record 10 albums and I'd record so many songs. But I hadn't considered recording that one, simply because I also didn't really think it might have the reach that other songs would have. And this is All I Want by Codeline. And it just got such an overwhelming response that I said, I've got to record this. I'm so excited to record it. I'm going to keep it quite simple, a very pared back version of the song. Codeline, for anyone who don't know, they're an Irish band, and they're a wonderful band. So they're like, I guess, a contemporary band, I guess. And so it's going to sound very different to the version that I'll sing in a lot of ways. So it's a song, I guess you'd assume it's a love song, or a broken-hearted love song, like a lot of love songs are, where somebody's left behind, and all they want is just a little bit more time with that person. So you could assume it's a breakup. I've always felt my interpretation is it's a song when you've lost somebody that's no longer in this world, that they've passed on. And funnily enough, the person I think about is my late grandmother. I grew up spending so many days with her a week because mom and dad were working, so she minded me, and we were best pals, and she knew me inside out and I knew her inside out. And the strangest thing about our relationship was we could read each other right to the end, because she actually passed away the week of my wedding. And a year before that, and she wasn't, obviously, she was health-wise okay a year before our wedding, I said, she'll pass away the week of my wedding. She actually lost her sight years before she passed away, and I said, I think she wants to see me on my wedding day, and she'll pass away the week of our wedding. And I said that so confidently, and I said it to my husband, and he said, all right, okay. And when it happened, he thought, wow, that's crazy. He said, I never would have believed you, only the fact that you said it with such confidence. I knew when she would pass. I'd seen her a few days before she passed away, and I said, she's not okay, she's not right, and she died a few days later. So we literally knew each other right till the end. What was very sad for me is that her eyes were so important to our relationship, because literally, like, I couldn't hide a thing. If I went into her house, she would just go, what's wrong? By literally, like, just giving one quick glance at me, and I couldn't hide anything from her. So it was sad when she passed, when her eyesight went, but it was, I guess, still lovely that we could still read each other like that at the very end. So we had that wonderfully close relationship, and she believed that I could do anything. Like, I was the be-all, end-all. I was her only granddaughter. I was the only grandchild she had living locally. So, I mean, I was just the be-all, end-all, and she had no shame in telling the world how great I was. I'd be going, please, Nana, stop. She'd go, did you hear Grace singing? And she was this really kind of private, gentle, quietly spoken woman, but when it came to me, like, she didn't even hold back. If I was singing at something, she would walk up straight to me afterwards and say, you were amazing. And she wouldn't wait until we left the venue. She would literally walk straight up to me. And we had this great relationship, and she always loved hearing me singing in church, and that was her favourite thing. So funnily enough, it's not a religious song, the song that makes me think of her, but it just makes me think of her. It's the sentiment, and I think it's the sentence in it: you brought out the best of me, a part of me I've never seen. You took my soul and wiped it clean. Our love was made for movie screens. So I guess you think of a love made from movie screens as being a romantic love, but we just had this incredible relationship. We'd go into town and have our little, well, she'd have her cup of tea or her coffee and her cupcake, and I'd have my cupcake and my can of Coke or my glass of orange juice, whatever it was, and we had our lovely little relationship, and we always had it throughout my life. So, and I've been thinking about her an awful lot. I guess this last year we've gotten to miss people that are just over the road from us, or our friends that live in a different country because of the pandemic. But it's also made me think about the people that are no longer with us pre-pandemic that left our lives. So that's why I chose this, and it's about Nana Foley, Mary Foley, what's her name? There's one word I'm going to be changing in it. There's a line that says, to find somebody, I'll find somebody like you. Which in the original song, I actually still think they probably don't think they're going to find somebody like them, but I certainly won't be singing that. So I sing, to find somebody, won't find somebody like you. And so it's exciting because it's ahead of me, and I'm excited to record a song with my Nana in mind, because, you know, she'd have loved that. So I hope you enjoyed hearing the story. If you haven't seen the other ones, you can click on the other video links as well and find out about the other songs. But I hope you enjoyed this edition about All I Want.